Welcome to the Mindful Zoomer channel. If you're a incel, a chud, a femboy, a dark MAGA, if you're a libertarian, communist, Nazbol, chud, I think I said chud again, a beta, a cuck, a CETA male, a sigma, a grinder, an Andrew Tate fan, a Hasanabi fan, a Boogie 2988 lore enthusiast, wherever you sit on the political spectrum or the gender spectrum or the sexuality appreciation spectrum, welcome to the channel. You are all welcome here. It's all a place for you to sit back and relax and listen to the Zoomer himself, the mindful Zoomer himself, me. I'm not going to tell you my name. I think I already probably said it once in a video. But here we are in Osama bin Laden's basement, and you are about to witness one of the greatest arcs that has ever been put in place in YouTube history. Before, I was making about 1 to 2 videos per week, and that was like my maximum. But here we are, and we are in full grind set mode. We have the table and all. We have the back lighting. It's doing a little bit of these weird, like, I don't know if you could see it, but it's kind of doing these weird little waves. But I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it for the aesthetic that we're going for. Everything is happy. Everything is gonna go great for this channel in particular. We are going full chips on deck. We are going full in on this YouTube channel. This is the future. This is the future of YouTube. This is the future of the world. Welcome, whoever you are, from whatever space you are. I'm currently at 174 subscribers. I've counted them all personally. But we're going to go much further than that on this channel. We are going to be selling so many different items for my little piggies to consume. No, I'm just joking. We're going to be having good stuff that could actually help people that you guys can partake in and watch. I'm going to speak honestly. I'm really happy for what's about to come in my head. I have some stuff planned. And hopefully you guys can sit back and watch and just consume everything for this channel. The main goal, the main mission statement of this channel has died and been reborn like 3 times before. It's been a huge endeavor, but I've changed a lot, and I've changed a lot about what I think about what kind of content I want, and I want to just be making as much slop, as much stinky, disgusting slop as possible. As much trough for the piggies to enjoy. Nah, I'm joking. I'm going to be making content for people to consume, and but all in the goal of a main goal, whatever it is, a content thing, a whatever type thing, but all to make them stop consuming mindless garbage. The main reason why I want people to stop consuming mindless garbage is that because I've kind of been in that same situation before, and it can really sap a lot out of your life, and it can make you believe that you are one of these degenerates when you are not. And I think if you have a prolonged, if you put all of your attention sort of in this YouTube drama, this brain rot sort of sphere. It can be either on YouTube. My problem was YouTube, but it can be on TikTok, Instagram, fucking Snapchat Reels, whatever the fuck your thing is. But online content is not what it's really destructive. I think people already know that, but people don't know the real ins and outs of it, and I think it can be really, really bad. And especially if you put your attention to that at a very, very young age, you can go down some bad pathways, some ideologically bad pathways. But also at the same time, it can just sap your time and energy, which and I think a big thing that not really school, but what people believe. I don't really know what source it comes from. But a lot of kids and a lot of people out there are meant to believe that they are not special, and that they are, they can only really achieve if they're super, super lucky, or, they have a perfect cards set in place for them to achieve a certain thing. I was in Korea for a little bit. I was 2 years in Korea. I went to school with Koreans, and I was in a French school there. But still, there is like this way of thinking that if you don't get into one of the top 3 schools in Korea, SNU, the Sky schools, I don't know all of them, you're not going to achieve something in life. You're just going to become a fucking wagey slave. And that's really a destructive thing to do. And that might be true in Korea, but that is not true in other countries, especially in capitalistic Western countries, like America, like Europe. I mean, Europe, the Western Europe, not the Balkan Europe, more of the rich part of Europe. It's not easy to achieve everything, but I think most people can achieve some sort of high state. But it can't be done. It has to be done by putting energy into something, and it can't be done by watching reels and content and commentary all day. I think that can really sap a lot of people's attention. So I want to get people out of that system. I'm the middleman. I'm the slop provider, but I provide my own slop, but it has a little bit of like healthiness back to it. A little bit of healthiness back to it to make you, hopefully I can give you or say something that'll just make you think, why the fuck am I watching this shit? Next time at least you watch something, you're fucking 2 hours into a Chris Chan lore video. And maybe I might not stop you from watching the video completely, but I could make you go from like, let's say you're an hour in or 2 hours in, and it's a 6 hour long video, like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
My only sunshine, you make me happy. That's what I need. Damn, I really got to put the fries in the bag.
Like, I'm a special person, and I'm meant for a lot more than this. Why the fuck am I wasting my time on this? Let's stop watching this video for today, and let's go for a walk outside. Let's go for a walk, something like that. Something to that extent. That's my goal, because I wish that somebody did that for me when I was spending hours upon hours watching iceberg commentary videos, when I was fucking knees deep, balls deep into the pyrocynical and leafy lore, when I was into fucking iceberg, Lethal Company, explaining all the monsters, deep into whatever fucking lore that YouTube has. I wish that somebody had told me, no, this is a bad use of your time. Your time is worth way more than this. At whatever age it is, you should be spending that time looking at something else. And I think a big thing that people have is that they believe that they don't have the mental capacity. This comes in the same thing sort of with that pressure of education. If you're not in the top 1%, you can't really succeed. That's not true. I think a lot of people can succeed in different areas. But something that's like brought up is that if you weren't good before, if you weren't good when you were a kid, you're not going to be good now, which I don't think is true. I think people can change. But basically, it's like it's like the sunk cost fallacy. You wasted so much time into this lore that if you would stop consuming the slop right now, what else are you going to do? And that's not true. You can get invested into things you actually like. You can spend that time that you would watching 2 hours of Chris Chan lore on something else, something else. You could watch a course on how to do fucking coding or something. I don't know. I mean, coding is not that big. I mean, if you want to be homeless, you can code. You want to be one of those little wage slaves, you can code. But I think there's much more that is offered to everybody and a lot more that you can take. So that's my goal. I'm the beta Andrew Tate, if you will. I'm getting all the little piggies that haven't watched Andrew Tate and, are too intelligent, too high IQ for Andrew Tate, and I'm getting them out of the system and making them stop as well. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the mission for the channel. I don't know exactly what content is going to be going forward, but it's all going to be aimed at a particular goal, and that's to make specifically Zoomers people that are into the degenerates, 4chaners, Redditors, YouTube, lore watchers, Gen Z. I want to make them stop consuming goy slop that's been propagandaed by the CIA. Because, you know, Mr. Beast and Moist Critical and fucking Dr. Disrespect and all these people, they're all under one same company. They're all owned by Maker Studios, Disney. That's some conspiracy theory stuff that's not true. Maybe it might be true. I heard that somewhere, but it might not. I don't think it's true. Legally, it's not true. How about that? Legally, it's not true. But also at the same time, while we are continuing this new arc, if you are brand new to the channel, this is a welcome for you to support the channel, support the message, to make people just like you, or have been in a similar situation just like you, addicted online, to make them stop and reconsider. But at the same time, I'm going to be bulking up, and you might have seen a little bit of progress here and there, but we're going to be bulking up, and we're going to be looking pretty massive by the end of this arc. So that's the goal. We're trying to bulk in terms of subscriber base, but also in terms of muscle gained. And all of this is the goal to make people stop consuming and being in the hellhole that is the algorithm, making them stop. And I have different solutions for that, different guides that I already made some guides, but I'm gonna be making even more. In terms of editing, I mean, if one of you is an editor and wants to do this shit for free as like an internship or something, like your school like forces you to, you can do that, but I don't have an editor right now. It just takes too much time. I edit my videos myself, and I don't edit, barely edit. I barely even edit. But if I could be fucked, I would edit like the first 5 seconds from me going to the screen and going back. Like that's probably as much editing as I'm willing to do, or like cutting out like a little bit of silence. But I probably, if somebody wants to do it for free and wants to support the good cause, I would gladly let them edit my videos, but it will be for free. Eventually, once we get subscribers, I will pay this person. So it could be a viable choice if you sort of did it as an internship right now. I'm sounding like a fucking scammer. If you did a free internship right now, you will be the first one to get picked to get paid. But we're not paid right now. So I wouldn't be my editor personally. If it was me, I would not. But if you want to do that as a free thing, and you want to support, make gooners stop gooning, make 4chan subscribers stop 4channing, what the fuck? I mean, whatever the fuck, Nchan. I've been in this scenario. I've been a goy. I've been a person that has been on these websites, and I've looked at the deep depth of where they bring, and none of it is positive. It's actually extremely destructive for your mental, and I think I've been through them all, except for really TikTok. I'm more of a Reels kind of guy. But beyond that, I've been through... Actually, no, I did TikTok before, but when I was a little boy, when I was a little kid. But I've looked at the abyss, and none of it that you see that comes from it is anything good. So I hope that I can bring some sort of positivity, or bring the wretchedness that I've been through, and sort of promote a good message for the kids out there. The 15, 14-year-olds who have... who are about to get addicted to these things, make them not, and make them reconsider. Especially with AI coming, it's going to be a worser and worser and worser problem. Worser is not how you would say that. It's not even a word, but you know what I mean. It's going to be pretty bad, I think, in the future. It doesn't look too positive, but hopefully some people will stand up and choose and reconsider and do something productive. And I think that these people who are not in that loop will be extremely, if they're, it would be extremely advantageous for them to do that decision and to get out of the system, get out of the algorithmic system, go to the fucking forest, or not go to the forest, but like be able to live without watching Reels or YouTube all day. That will be so fucking precious if they're doing a job or when they're studying. The way that they'll beat out the competitors will be insane, It'll be a bass-boosted Korean, but without the Korean genes, will be insane. It'll just be insane. Imagining everybody else. I don't know if you're Korean, Asia-pilled, and your parents or your particular country or your particular system is like education is the most important thing, then having your attention and having a good attention span while everybody else is on TikTok scrolling on fucking YouTube porn or whatever. Porn reels. The fuck, they have porn reels now. Isn't that fucking insane? I went on Grok. I like Grok, but there's a porno like bot that you can talk to. But if you're a person who's not doing that sort of stuff, not constantly doom scrolling, not constantly needs attention, is a employed person, in terms of what they do, then this is going to be extremely advantageous for you. So, thank you so much for watching. The video is going to cut right now, but the new arc is coming and we're going through. I was about to do the Roman salute, but that's not what we do on this channel.